kneeling dejectedly upon these icy, unyielding tabernacle courtyard stones. Incense wisps rising sluggishly toward the historic cedar ceiling beams. I feel entirely forsaken, listening to my innermost psychological groans, trapped inside the splintered remnants of terrifying nocturnal dreams. My accumulated transgressions weigh heavily upon my fragile, aching vertebrae, searching frantically for an unexpected, comforting, celestial sign today.
Fear not the ominous midnight shadows that challenge your spiritual stride. Every temporary tribulation carries a magnificent, instructive wisdom within. Let cosmic intelligence become your ultimate, unshakable internal guide, cleansing your physical temple from the residual stain of systemic sin. The conquering Lion of Judah shall scatter every predatory wicked beast, welcoming the faithful youngsters to an everlasting heavenly banquet feast. Amethyst tears in the fabric of my tattered antique gown. Lift your chin, daughter, do not let your vision look down. Absorbing the supernatural warmth, the rising morning star. Zion green, echoing from the highest holy mountain summit tonight, guiding the weary desert traveler safely through the treacherous night. The smooth-mouthed organ executes a haunting, deeply spiritual phrase, cutting directly through the thick geopolitical, electromagnetic hazy maze. Move your body gently to this sacred, ancient heartbeat, roots pocket, locking our collective consciousness together like a beautiful golden locket. The corporate preachers distribute false salvation for material prosperity, trading the Creator's laws for luxury, vanity, and insatiable greed. Ignoring the orphans and the widows who suffer in absolute austerity, making the simple pathways look needlessly complex and central indeed. But Rastafari wisdom shines brighter than any fragile earthly jewel, chanting down oppression, destroying their institutionalized matrix rule. I saw artificial sanctuary within the valleys of shallow distraction, posing for media lenses while my interior psychological stability decay, injecting dangerous chemical toxins for a temporary physiological reaction, paying the ultimate economic price for the foolish games I previously played. But your scriptural melody provides an unexpected therapeutic relief, an organic botanical medicine that diminishes my underlying sharp grief. Sanctuary gates opening as the silver trumpets loudly blare. Put your absolute confidence within the Almighty's loving care, walking fearlessly across the valley of psychological shadow death. Zion grief, echoing from the highest holy mountain summit tonight, guiding the weary desert travelers safely through the treacherous night. The smooth-mouthed organ executes a haunting, deeply spiritual phrase, cutting directly through the thick geopolitical, electromagnetic hazy maze. Move your body gently to
to this sacred, ancient heartbeat, roots pocket, locking our collective consciousness together like a beautiful golden locket.
Eternal,
undying soul,
I finally surrender my life to your harmonic
balancing control.
One heart, one destiny, perfectly, beautifully,
naturally aligned,
leaving the horrors of their concrete industrial
cities far behind. No weapon formed against righteousness shall ever stand on earth. Desire and breathe, transmuting into spiritual power.
Stand firm, child.
This is the appointed prophetic hour.
The sound of real liberation is beginning to loudly ring.
Zion breathe, the highest holy mountain summit tonight, guiding the weary desert travelers safely through the treacherous night. Smooth mouth organ executes a haunting, deeply spiritual phrase, cutting directly through the thick geopolitical, electromagnetic hazy maze. Zion grief, kneeling dejectedly upon these icy, unyielding tabernacle courtyard stones. Incense wisps rising sluggishly toward the historic cedar ceiling beams. I feel entirely forsaken. Listen to my innermost cycle. Gray powder residue coats the vintage mahogany nightstand layout. Pacing restlessly inside this cramped, unlit attic apartment sector, staring fixedly at the distorted reflection of my tattered profile, wondering how my identity became wrapped in this total desolation.
My biological equilibrium is balanced on a precarious needle edge as I listen to the persistent wind rattle the loose window panel. Blessed is the traveler who dares to reveal a deep vulnerability, for stripping down the ego shield is the hardest spiritual assignment. The global apparatus rewards deception and plastic corporate flexibility, always demanding that every citizen wear an institutional mask behind doors. But natural beauty requires no expensive external decoration or title, shining brightly as a sovereign, pure creation from the Creator. Crimson lipstick stains on the rim of a broken porcelain cup. Look toward eastern hills where the golden sun rises up, shedding protective cosmetic armor we constructed out of territorial fear. Bitter rhythm pulsing heavily across the cobblestone alley street, transforming exactly how our fragile, tired bodies feel and need. The mouth organ executes
A delightful balancing turbulent street passions that swell for modern improvement.
sway your shoulders
Fluidly to this elegant rock steady bounce pocket as we watch vanities
of the material world completely denounce. The greedy commercial executives construct invisible psychological barriers codes, hoping to domesticate the wild insurgent frequency of the black population, pocketing dividends while concealing what the written constitution strictly forbids, trying to suppress the brilliant light of eternal scriptural truth nations. But tribal intelligence possesses an unshakable defense spiritual mechanism that will never surrender to their automated technological hypnotism vector. I used to seek temporary refuge inside their lavish upscale hotel halls, trading raw authenticity for a sliver of temporary public applause. Media realizing too late that celebrity is an engineered labyrinth of prison walls, suffocating slowly in a state of absolute bitter isolation cells area. But your unpolished reggae bassline provides an immediate salvation spark, rescuing my contaminated consciousness far away from their dark park infrastructure. Clay pottery baking underneath the scorching afternoon solar rays. Liberation of your interior mind has already successfully begun. All days walking proudly together across the rocky coastline, sand dune matrices. Bitter rhythm pulsing heavily across the cobblestone alley street, transforming exactly how our fragile, tired bodies feel and need. The mouth organ executes a delightful, balancing turbulent street passions that swell from modern improvement. Sway your shoulders fluidly to this elegant, rock-steady bounce pocket as we watch vanities of the material world completely denounced. Completely denounced. Completely denounced. Finally experiencing a state of absolute serenity behind gates. True wealth is the amount of love you can openly distribute, discovering a magnificent, honest reason to live among brothers. Our unmasked voices break their psychological and digital spells completely. Just a bit of rhythm, just a bit of rhythm, standing firmly on soil. Standing firmly on soil, avoiding their corporate deceit matrix setup. The unvarnished truth is the greatest weapon we possess on earth. Bitter rhythm pulsing heavily across the cobblestone alley street, transforming exactly how our fragile, tired bodies feel and need. The mouth organ executes a delightful, smooth, balancing turbulent street passions that swell from modern improvement. Sway your shoulders fluidly to this elegant, rock-steady bounce pocket as we watch vanities of the material world completely denounced. Yes, smooth, bitter rhythm, keep playing low chords. Gray powder residue coats the vintage mahogany nightstand layout, pacing restlessly inside this cramped, unlit attic apartment sector, staring fixedly at the distorted reflection of my tattered profile, wondering how my identity became wrapped in
this total desolation. My biological equilibrium's balanced on precarious needle edge. As I
staring blankly out of this foggy porthole window pane area, watching the blurry shoreline rapidly disappear from human vision. My tears are blending with the drops of driving tropical rain precipitation, forgetting the simple truths that my intellect previously knew. To rebuild the broken fragments of my shattered memory track records, carrying a massive mountain of sorrow upon my aching back muscles.
Fear not the shifting currents of this turbulent mortal life path. Every hurricane is temporary, every cloud must eventually recede away. Do not allow your mind to be consumed by geopolitical strife dynamics. The voice of the Almighty is always standing, ready to lead youngsters. Walk proudly across the rocky pathways that test your unique stride length. Let cosmic wisdom become your ultimate, unshakable internal guidance system. Unsent letters burning slowly inside the fireplace charcoal pile. Watch the illusions of the
Material empire completely disintegrate, floating along on an invisible, refreshing acoustic wave frequency. Drifting hard, sailing across the vast turquoise western sea tonight, discovering the absolute meaning of psychological and spiritual tranquility. The smooth mouth organ tells a tale of absolute spiritual freedom, escaping the corrupt boundaries of Babylon's mechanical matrix kingdom. Let the syncopated groove carry your heavy worries far away from here, welcoming the promise of a brighter, peaceful tomorrow morning day.
The greedy modern barons trade paper banknotes for total global control, building massive towers that block the emerald countryside landscape views, exploiting innocent laborers, suffocating the beautiful human soul core, forgetting the natural laws that are forever beautifully, perfectly true. But the collective consciousness continues to steadily, surely grow, spreading global revolution wherever the tropical trade winds blow. I became a helpless hostage to my own destructive, chaotic behavior, mood chasing phantom validation through a crowded, noisy commercial ballroom space, suffocating slowly inside a state of absolute bitter emotional solitude, wrapping my fragile identity inside a shroud of total psychological gloom. But your gentle cadence stabilizes my rocking sailboat, structural design setup, giving me the necessary stamina to survive this intense internal rupture. paper airplanes carrying my
Unexpressed secret inner desires traits,
fan the flames of your interior spirit.
spiritual fires tonight.
behind gates,
Realigning our internal biological frequencies with the earth floor.
drifting hard, sailing across the vast turquoise western sea tonight, discovering the absolute meaning of psychological and spiritual tranquility. The smooth mouth organ tells a tale of absolute spiritual freedom, escaping the corrupt boundaries of Babylon's mechanical matrix kingdom. Let the syncopated groove carry your heavy worries far away from here. Welcome in the promise of a brighter, peaceful tomorrow morning day. Whoa, oh, oh. Oh, yeah. Staring blankly out of this foggy porthole window pane area, watching the blurry shoreline rapidly disappear from human vision. My tears are blending with the drops of driving tropical rain precipitation, forgetting the simple truths that my intellect previously knew. To rebuild the broken fragments of my shattered memory track records, carrying a massive mountain of sorrow upon my aching back muscles.
Fear not the shifting currents of this turbulent mortal life path. Every hurricane is temporary, every cloud must eventually recede away.
Do not allow your mind to be consumed by geopolitical strife dynamics. The voice of the Almighty is always standing, ready to lead youngsters.
Walk proudly across the rocky pathways
That test your unique stride length. Let cosmic wisdom become your ultimate, unshakable internal guiding system. Unsent letters burning slowly inside the fireplace charcoal pile. Watch the illusions of the material empire completely disintegrate, floating along on an invisible, refreshing the caustic wave frequency. Drifting hard, sailing across the vast turquoise western sea tonight, discovering the absolute meaning of cycle. The obsidian mantle ledge, stumbling blindly through this unheated basement hallway corridor. My vitality balances precariously upon an absolute emotional edge, scrubbing the stubborn grime from this cold concrete kitchen floor.
This internal furnace lacks the necessary oxygen to spark tonight,
leaving me shivering alone beneath the flickering fluorescent light.
Fret not, traveling sister, when the external temperatures plunge. The cosmic machinery preserves the core
embers of your mind. Let the refreshing spiritual waters absorb your anxiety realities like a sponge, leaving the deceptive synthetic distractions of their metropolis behind.
True sanctuary expands where the ancient redwood trees grow tall,
providing a majestic shield against Babylon's impending sociological fall.
Smoldering embers choking inside a rusty
Cast iron stove,
seek the hidden pathways
for the sovereign.
cinnamon cloves, standing resolute against
Howling Arctic sociological blizzard. Muted flame flickering softly through the chilly midnight air, preserving the vital interior heat when the city feels bare.
the mouth organ executes a compressed
Sultry blues, assuring our heavy hearts of an eventual global liberation. Nod your chin to this low tempo, deep syncopated reggae grid, unlocking the beautiful potential that the down presser cleverly hid.
The financial architects distribute algorithmic behavioral modification tools, hoping to domesticate the untamed insurgent
Frequency of the block,
enforcing their sterile regulations upon the unsuspecting
public schools,
attempting to partition the infinite timeline
with a mechanical clock.
But primitive natural elements will never obey their digital command, unleashing unnecessary cleansing across the
Heavily polluted land. I bartered my authentic perspective for a sliver of mainstream applause, posing for flashing media lenses while my interior stability decayed, violating every protective, intuitive, psychological, evolutionary law, paying the ultimate economic price for the foolish games I previously played.
But this low register acoustic frequency offers an unexpected
Medicine, cleansing my contaminated consciousness from the darkness I was previously in. Orange sparks drifting upward into the foggy canyon mist.
Let the celestial lantern
Delete the phantoms from your list,
realigning our primal
biological instincts with the universe. Muted flame flickering softly through the chilly midnight air, preserving the vital interior heat when the city feels bare. The mouth organ executes a compressed sultry blues, assuring our heavy hearts of an eventual global liberation. Nod your chin to this low tempo, deep syncopated reggae grid, unlocking the beautiful potential that the down presser cleverly hid. That beneath their promises lurk. True independence begins when the matrix is entirely ignored. Discovering an internal peace that cannot be bought or stored. Our combined spiritual energy outlast their temporary concrete towers. Just a muted flame refusing to die out. Banish the skepticism, eliminate the historical doubt. To unvarnished truth is the greatest weapon we possess. Mute the flame, flickering softly through the chilly midnight air, preserving the vital interior heat when the city feels bare. The mouth organ executes a compressed, sultry blues, assuring our heavy hearts of an eventual global liberation. Nod your chin to this slow tempo, deep syncopated reggae grid, unlocking the beautiful potential that the downpresser cleverly hid. Damp matchsticks lit the obsidian mantle ledge, stumbling blindly through this unheated basement hallway corridor. My vitality balances precariously upon an absolute emotional edge, scrubbing the stubborn grind from this cold cup. Shedding these expensive, suffocating layers of theatrical face makeup, exposing the raw, bleeding epidermis beneath the glamorous lace dress. Tired of performing complex choreography for their competitive wake-up, trapped inside this high society manufactured emotional distress mess.
The heavy platinum necklaces around my neck
Feel like iron shackles today,
as I watch the autumn foliage outside
gradually wither and decay away.
Welcome to the untamed wilderness, where the wild mountain foxes wander, far away from their corrupt automated financial marketplace
Transaction grid.
The natural ecosystem has a magnificent spiritual story for
you to ponder,
revealing the cosmic mysteries that the clever downpresser successfully hid. Eat the simple fruits harvested from the rich volcanic mountain soil layer, resting your weary muscles from their exhausting exploitative daily toil prayer. Naked feet stepping onto the sharp volcanic gravel stones outside. Watch the illusions of their artificial world lose their pride and hide, standing firmly together on the bedrock
of absolute human honesty.
Wild horizon
stretching out infinitely into the turquoise western sea,
discovering the absolute meaning
of psychological and spiritual tranquility.
The smooth mouth organ executes an unrefined
primitive acoustic scream,
awakening the sleeping children
from their synthetic television dream maze, lifting our collective spirits up into the open, unpolluted sky blaze.
Yeah. The global technocrats manufacture electronic behavioral modification formulas, hoping to domesticate the wild revolutionary fire that burns inside the youth, constructing mechanical surveillance infrastructure across the Emerald Valley's formula, withholding the natural heritage that the ancestors gracefully provided as truth.
A tribal intelligence possesses an unshakable defensive spiritual shield that will never to their automated to technological supremacy yield or fear.
for a temporary mainstream title rank, posing for flashing media lenses while my interior stability decayed severely. Realizing too late that celebrity status is an empty financial piggy bank, paying the ultimate economic price for the foolish games I love so dearly. But this muddy organic frequency offers an unexpected therapeutic solution, cleansing my consciousness from their modern societal chemical pollution. Clay pottery baking underneath the scorching afternoon solar rays. Cast your superficial modern anxieties completely away. All days, realigning our primal biological instincts with the celestial sky dome. Wild horizon, stretching out infinitely into the turquoise western sea, discovering the absolute meaning of psychological and spiritual tranquility. The smooth mouth organ executes an unrefined primitive acoustic scream, awakening the sleeping children from their synthetic television dream maze, lifting our collective spirits up into the open, unpolluted sky blaze. Your unique identity traits. I am finally experiencing a state of absolute serenity behind gates. True wealth is the amount of love you can openly distribute to others, discovering a magnificent, honest reason to live among brothers. Our untamed voices shatter the governor's stone fortress wall barrier. Just a wild horizon, stripping me completely bare. Absorb the pristine within the mountain air. We are the sovereign children of the untamed wilderness. Wild horizon, stretching out infinitely into the turquoise western sea, discovering the absolute meaning of psychological and spiritual tranquility. The smooth mouth executes an unrefined primitive acoustic scream, awakening the sleeping children from their synthetic television dream maze, lifting our collective spirits up into the open, unpolluted sky blaze, shedding these expensive, suffocating layers of theatrical face makeup, exposing the raw, bleeding epidermis beneath the glamorous lace dress. Tired of performing complex choreography for their competitive wake-up, trapped inside this high society manufactured emotional distress mess. The heavy platinum necklaces around my neck feel like iron shackles today, as I watch the autumn foliage outside gradually wither and decay away. Welcome to the untamed wilderness where the staring blankly out of this foggy porthole window pane area, watching the blurry shoreline rapidly disappear from human vision.
My tears are blending with the drops of driving tropical rain. Precipitation, forgetting the simple truths that my intellect previously knew. To rebuild the broken fragments of my shattered memory track records, carrying a massive mountain of sorrow upon my aching back muscles.
Fear not the shifting currents of this turbulent mortal life path. Every hurricane is temporary, every cloud must eventually recede away. Do not allow your mind to be consumed by geopolitical strife dynamics. The voice of the Almighty is always standing ready to lead youngsters. Walk proudly across the rocky pathways that test your unique stride length. Let cosmic wisdom become your ultimate, unshakable, internal guidance system. Unsent letters burning slowly inside the fireplace charcoal pile. Watch the illusions of the material empire completely disintegrate, floating along on an invisible, refreshing acoustic wave frequency.
Drifting hard, sailing across the vast turquoise western sea tonight, discovering the absolute meaning of psychological and spiritual tranquility. The smooth mouth organ tells a tale
Of absolute spiritual freedom,
escaping the corrupt boundaries of Babylon's mechanical matrix kingdom.
let the syncopated groove
Carry your heavy worries far away from here, welcoming the promise of a brighter, peaceful tomorrow morning day.
The greedy modern barons trade paper banknotes for total global control, building massive towers that block the emerald countryside landscape views, exploiting innocent laborers, suffocating the beautiful human soul core,
Forgetting the natural laws that are forever beautifully, perfectly true.
but the collective consciousness
Continues to steadily, surely grow,
spreading global revolution wherever the tropical trade
winds blow. I became a helpless hostage to my own destructive, chaotic behavioral mood, chasing phantom validation through a crowded, noisy commercial ballroom space, suffocating slowly inside a state of absolute bitter emotional solitude, wrapping my fragile identity inside a shroud of total psychological gloom.
But your gentle
Cadence stabilizes my rocking sailboat, structural design set up,
giving me the
necessary stamina to survive this intense internal rupture.
paper
Airplanes carrying my unexpressed secret inner desires traits.
Fan the flames of your interior spiritual fires tonight
Behind gates, realigning our internal biological frequencies with the earth floor. Drifting hard, sailing across the vast turquoise western sea tonight, discovering the absolute meaning of psychological and spiritual tranquility.
The smooth mouth
Organ tells a tale of absolute spiritual freedom, escaping the corrupt boundaries of Babylon's mechanical matrix kingdom. Let the syncopated groove carry your heavy worries far away from here, welcoming the promise of a brighter, peaceful tomorrow morning day. electronic data grid wires,
uncovering the beautiful potential
that the system successfully hid away.
Let the music transport you
To a majestic higher operational plane,
curing the residual effects of all my mental pain and suffering.
we soar high above the valleys of human despair and agony. Hear that drifting heart moving into the dark shadow areas,
Igniting a quiet,
everlasting spiritual spark inside your temple.
the melody is the bridge that leads us
Safely back home, drifting hard, sailing across the vast turquoise western sea tonight, discovering the absolute meaning of psychological and spiritual tranquility. The smooth mouth organ tells a tale of absolute spiritual freedom, escaping the corrupt boundaries of Babylon's mechanical matrix kingdom. Let the syncopated groove carry your heavy worries far away from here, welcoming the promise of a brighter, peaceful tomorrow morning day. Staring blankly out to this foggy porthole window pane area, watching the blurry shoreline rapidly disappear from human vision. My tears are blending with the drops of driving tropical rain precipitation, forgetting the simple truths that my intellect previously knew. To rebuild the broken fragment. Shedding these expensive, suffocating layers of theatrical face makeup, exposing the raw, bleeding epidermis beneath the glamorous lace dress. Tired of performing complex choreography for their competitive wake-up, trapped inside this high society manufactured emotional distress mess.
The heavy platinum necklaces around my neck feel like iron shackles today, as I watch the autumn foliage outside gradually wither and decay away. Welcome to the untamed wilderness, where the wild mountain foxes wander, far away from their corrupt automated financial marketplace transaction grid. The natural ecosystem has a magnificent spiritual story for you to ponder, revealing the cosmic mysteries that the clever downpressor successfully hid. Eat the simple fruits harvested from the rich volcanic mountain soil layer, resting your weary muscles from their exhausting, exploitative daily toil prayer.
Naked feet stepping onto the sharp volcanic gravel stones outside,
Watch the illusion
of their artificial world lose their pride and height,
standing
firmly together on the bedrock of absolute human honesty. Wild horizon stretching out infinitely into the turquoise western sea,
discovering the absolute meaning
of psychological and spiritual tranquility. The smooth mouth
organ executes an unrefined
primitive acoustic scream,
awakening the
sleeping children
from their synthetic television dream maze,
lifting our collective spirits up into the open, unpolluted sky blaze.
manufacture electronic behavioral modification formulas, hoping to domesticate the wild revolutionary fire that burns inside the youth, constructing mechanical surveillance infrastructure across the Emerald Valley's formula, withholding the natural heritage that the ancestors gracefully provided as truth. But tribal intelligence possesses an unshakable defensive spiritual shield that will never to their automated technological supremacy yield or feel. I bartered my authentic identity for a temporary mainstream title reign, posing for flashing media lenses while my interior stability decayed severely. Realizing too late that celebrity status is an empty financial piggy bank, paying the ultimate economic price for the foolish games I love so dearly. But this muddy organic frequency offers an unexpected therapeutic solution, cleansing my consciousness from their modern societal chemical pollution. Clay pottery baking underneath the scorching afternoon solar rays cast your superficial modern anxieties completely away. All days realigning our primal biological instincts with the celestial sky. Don't know why horizon stretching out infinitely into the turquoise western sea, discovering the absolute meaning of psychological and spiritual tranquility. The smooth-mouthed organ executes an unrefined, primitive acoustic scream, awakening the sleeping children from their synthetic television dream maze, lifting our collective spirits up into the open, unpolluted sky blaze. Erase the historical titles that clutter your unique identity trait. I am finally experiencing a state of absolute serenity behind gates. True wealth is the amount of love you can openly distribute to others, discovering a magnificent, honest reason to live among brothers. Our untamed voices shatter the governor's stone fortress wall barrier. Just a wild horizon, stripping it completely bare. Absorb the pristine electricity within the mountain air. We are the sovereign children of the untamed wilderness. Wild horizon, stretching out infinitely into the turquoise western sea, discovering the absolute meaning of psychological and spiritual tranquility. The smooth mouth organ executes an unrefined, primitive acoustic scream, awakening the sleeping children from their synthetic television dream maze, lifting our collective spirits up into the open, unpolluted sky blaze. Yes, unrefined, beautiful, wide, wild horizon. Natural vibrations outlast the sensories. The new sun is rising.
iron links clutter the deck of this stationary vessel tonight morning, staring fixedly at the silhouette of a distant coastal lighthouse tower, wondering how much longer this heavy structure can float all right safely as the dense maritime storm clouds begin to threateningly lower down.
My emotional equilibrium is tested by the rising tidal swell pattern,
Trapped inside the perimeter of this self-imposed coastal hell labyrinth.
Behold, daughter, how the Almighty provides a stabilizing weight balance to prevent your fragile spirit from drifting completely askew fields. Do not let your perspective be dictated by temporary human fate parameters. Keep your focus centered on principles that are forever true values.
The deepest ocean cannot swallow a righteous foundation stone block, assuring faithful children that they never walk alone through valleys.
Braided ropes tightening under the immense physical strain today.
Let music absorb
Residual effects of your mental pain drops,
anchoring our consciousness within a safe tropical harbor. Tonight envelope, smoky sanctuary, holding firm against the rushing maritime tide currents, providing a secure refuge where honor still inside. The mouth organ executes a joyful, banishing every single ounce of your historical, territorial anxiety, fear.
stomp your combat boots proudly to this solid roots arrangement now,
Teaching our heavy hearts exactly when and how to naturally bow.
The material barons accumulate silver but lose their ancestral identity traits, building massive fortresses to block the emerald mountain landscape views, creating endless division, destroying collective serenity among human tribes, forgetting natural laws that are beautifully, perfectly new formulas always. But tribal wisdom outlasts their corrupt financial machinery, town layouts,
Chanting down oppression, pulling their stone empires completely down floor.
I allowed my reckless heart
To be guided by superficial desire choices, chasing phantom validation through a crowded, noisy cabaret room theater, igniting a dangerous, highly volatile kind of interior fire ember, pacing restlessly while watching autumn foliage outside gradually wither away. But your grounding acoustic scan provides an immediate botanical medicine remedy, cleansing my consciousness from darkness I was previously in severe. Coconut husks burning slowly on the sandy shoreline park sectors,
reignite smoldering embers
of your divine spark center blueprints, embracing harsh lessons that universe has gracefully taught us. Smoky sanctuary, holding firm against the Russian maritime tide currents, providing a secure refuge where honor still inside. The mouth organ executes a joyful, banishing every single ounce of your historical, territorial anxiety, fear. Stomp your combat boots proudly to this solid roots arrangement now, teaching our heavy hearts exactly when and how to naturally bow. Rusty iron links clutter the deck of this stationary vessel tonight morning, staring fixedly at the silhouette of a distant postal lighthouse tower, wondering how much longer this heavy structure can float or ride safely as the dense maritime storm clouds begin to threateningly lower down. My emotional equilibrium is tested by the rising tidal swell pattern, trapped inside the perimeter of this self-imposed coastal hell labyrinth.
Behold, daughter, how the Almighty provides a stabilizing weight balance to prevent your fragile spirit from drifting completely askew fields. Do not let your perspective be dictated by temporary human fate parameters. Keep your focus centered on principles that are forever true values. The deepest ocean cannot swallow a righteous foundation stone block, assuring faithful children that they never walk alone through valleys. Behold, daughter, how the Almighty provides a stabilizing weight balance to prevent your fragile spirit from drifting completely askew fields. Do not let your perspective be dictated by temper.
Silhouetted outlines flicker against the old brick courtyard wall outside, as the street lamps cast long, distorted, monochromatic, geometric shapes. Listening to the distant echo of a lonely jazz saxophone's call to hide, trying to find an avenue of immediate psychological and emotional escape
from the suffocating memories that pursue my restless,
overactive mind, searching for a quiet sanctuary that is incredibly difficult to find.
Do not be intimidated by the velvet darkness that surrounds your frame. The nocturnal hours are merely a mirror of your interior spiritual space. Every wandering traveler must learn to accept their unique cosmic name, navigating the terrestrial matrix with absolute elegance, focus, and grace. The moonlight provides a sufficient illumination for the humble and meek, guiding your footsteps toward the answers that you so desperately seek. Phantom partners spinning fluid through the humid midnight air, cast aside the residual weight of your historical calendar despair, gliding effortlessly across this invisible dance floor grid tonight. Midnight dust settling softly upon the architecture of the dark room, dispelling the thick shadows of systemic, heavy sociological gloom. The mouth organ delivers a slinky,
ultra smooth jazz,
blues cadence now,
teaching our heavy hearts exactly when and how to naturally bow.
Twist your hips fluidly to this hypnotic
rolling steppers roots groove,
watching the residual anxieties of the daily grind
completely remove.
The political sorcerers distribute an artificial electronic daylight screen, hoping to keep the global population perpetually
distracted and blind,
hiding their geopolitical maneuvers behind an elaborate
media scene,
attempting to colonize the deep, sacred recesses of the
human mind.
But the tribal night walkers possess a superior spiritual
navigation tool,
refusing to be educated or domesticated by their institutional rule. I used to panic whenever the sun began to slip below the Emerald Hill, seeking artificial shelter inside the crowded,
noisy commercial nightclubs,
trying to numb my existential dread
with a temporary, expensive thrill,
drinking alcoholic cocktails in
subterranean, smoke-filled public pubs.
But this organic late-night rhythm offers a superior psychological
safety net,
allowing my consciousness
to release the things that I previously regret.
Dark silhouettes
merging into a singular harmonic silhouette shape,
pulling down the heavy,
oppressive velvet institutional drape,
realigning our biological clocks
with the natural lunar cycle. Midnight dust settling softly upon the architecture of the dark room,
dispelling the thick
shadows of systemic, heavy sociological gloom.
The mouth organ delivers a slinky,
ultra smooth jazz,
blues cadence now,
teaching our heavy hearts exactly
when and how
to naturally bow.
Twist your hips fluidly
to this hypnotic,
rolling
steppers roots groove,
watching the residual
anxieties of the daily grind completely remove. Keep drifting until the dawn breaks beautifully through. I am no longer terrified of the matrix illusions they made. The darkness possesses a deep, restorative spiritual tranquility, restoring my psychological stamina, focus, and capability. We move harmoniously through the unseen dimensions of space. Just midnight dust, the drifting through the shadows alone.
Let the quiet vibration
guide your spirit back to the throne. Feel the heartbeat of the cosmos beneath our bare feet. Midnight dust settling softly upon the architecture of the dark room, dispelling the big shadows of systemic, heavy sociological gloom. The mouth organ delivers a slinky, ultra smooth jazz blues cadence now, teaching our heavy hearts exactly when and how to naturally bow. Twist your hips fluidly to this hypnotic, rolling steppers roots groove, watching the residual anxieties of the daily grind completely remove. Silhouetted outlines flicker against the old brick courtyard wall outside, as the street lamps cast long, as the street lamps cast long. Silhouetted outlines flicker against the old brick courtyard wall outside, as the street lamps cast long, distorted monochromatic geometric shapes. Listen to the distant echo of a lonely jazz saxophone's call to hide, trying to find an avenue of immediate psychological and emotional escape from the suffocating memories that assume our Condensation forms upon my bare shoulders in this tight cabaret hall. Lipstick smudge from swallowing an expensive, bitter botanical drink. Tired of trading my authentic youth for the manufactured truth altogether, standing precariously on an absolute maximum emotional brink. The atmospheric pressure is rising to a suffocating degree tonight, trapped inside this humid neon theater of instability. Alright.
Welcome the dense precipitation that descends from celestial clouds above. The fertile earth requires irrigation to produce organic food indeed. Do not let your perspective be blanketed by their fearful shrouds. Every natural meteorological pattern operates for collective good and need. The rolling thunder is merely a majestic voice from the Creator, reminding the universe of an everlasting, protective, divine love greater. Hot raindrops splashing onto the dusty wooden windowsill. Let the thermal energy clear your stress interior will. Facing the vortex of this environmental climate hurricane. Sorcery howling through the tropical island paradise today, melting away the historical layers of institutional winter ice away. The mouth organ executes a rich, sticky blues progression here. Banish every single ounce of your residual earthly fear. Sway your body fluidly to this slow, thunderous reggae beat, absorbing the raw electricity radiating from the cobblestone street. The technological barons attempt to manipulate natural weather patterns, building massive modification stations across the Central Plain country, hoping to isolate the tribes from standing firmly together always, using engineered climate disasters to maximize corporate monetary gains. But primitive elements will never obey their digital command, unleashing unnecessary cleansing across the polluted farmlands. I used to panic whenever a tempest began to brew outside the house, hiding underneath blankets on an unmade mattress pad in despair, allowing my vulnerabilities to continuously run and hide away, drowning in a bucket of artificial anxieties I had to bear. Your acoustic vibration provides a sudden stabilization effect,
transforming this climate chaos into a beautiful celebration to inspect.
gusts of wind blowing,
Open the balcony screen door. Watch the cleansing waters rejuvenate the coastal shorelines, merging our individual currents with the tempest storm. Sultry howling through the tropical island paradise today, melting away the historical layers of institutional winter ice away. The mouth organ executes a rich, sticky blues progression here. Banish every single ounce of your residual earthly fear. Sway your body fluidly to this slow, thunderous reggae beat, absorbing the raw electricity radiating from the cobblestone street. Allow Environmental turbulence is a catalyst for spiritual growth, unifying the consciousness of the universe, saving us both. We stand completely resilient against the fiercest monsoon wind. This sultry weed, let the natural elements take complete control. The sun is preparing to break through the clouds. Oh, sultry weed, howling through the tropical island paradise today, melting away the historical layers of institutional winter. Ice away the mouth organ, executes a rich sticky blues progression here. Banish every single ounce of your residual earthly fear. Sway your body fluidly to this slow thunderous reggae beat, absorbing the raw electricity radiating from the cobblestone street. Selassie, our protection over the storm chasers. Ultimate height. Condensation forms upon my bare shoulders in this tight cabaret hall. Lipstick smudged from swallowing an expensive addictive botanical drink. Tired of trading my authentic youth for the manufactured truth altogether. Standing precariously on an absolute maximum emotional brink. The atmosphere of pressure is rising to a suffocating degree tonight. Trapped inside this humid neon theater of instability. Alright, welcome the dense precipitation that descends from celestial. Industrial grime tarnishes this circular bedroom mirror surface, discarding my sequin performance apparel onto the floor tiles. Wondering if my creative journey possesses a genuine, authentic purpose as I contemplate these empty, unmapped geographical miles.
My biological battery indicates a dangerously low voltage measurement tonight, leaving me shivering uncomfortably beneath a flickering lavender light bulb. Behold, daughter, how the celestial manufacturer implements a resilient metallic core to prevent your fragile psychology from fracturing under societal strain.
True spiritual treasures
cannot be plundered by their corporate store. Bathing your internal temple clean from the residual effect of pain. The deepest sociological cataclysm cannot crush a righteous structural foundation, assuring the faithful youngsters of an eventual worldwide restoration. Braided copper filaments twisting under immense atmospheric pressure. Let the acoustic resonance become your ultimate spiritual refresher, anchoring our collective consciousness within a safe biological harbor. Copper soul radiating heat through the frozen industrial metropolis zone, shielding the forgotten population when the environment feels like stone. The mouth organ executes a vibrance, banishing every single ounce of your historical territorial fear. Step smoothly to this robust syncopated rock as
rockers arrangement today. Watching the synthetic illusions of Babylon gradually dissolve away.
The greedy commercial executives construct invisible psychological barriers, hoping to domesticate the wild insurgent frequency of the black sector, deploying algorithmic propaganda through their corporate message carriers, attempting to colonize the deep recesses of the human mind vector. But tribal intelligence possesses an unshakable defensive mechanism that will never surrender to their automated technological hypnotism. I allowed my reckless heart to be guided by superficial validation, posing for global media lenses while my interior stability decayed rapidly. Realizing too late that celebrity is an elaborate matrix of isolation, locking my genuine emotions inside a vault of loneliness rather sadly. But your grounding guitar scan provides an immediate botanical antidote, restoring my contaminated consciousness to its primary biological note. Coconut shells crackling slowly on the sandy shoreline bonfire. Elevate your perspective toward a magnificent destination higher. Embracing the harsh lessons that the universe has gracefully taught. Copper soul radiating heat through the frozen industrial metropolis zone, shielding the forgotten population when the environment feels like stone. The mouth organ executes a vibrant, banishing every single ounce of your historical territorial fear. Step smoothly to this robust, syncopated rockers arrangement today. Watching the synthetic illusions of Babylon gradually dissolve away. Release the heavy psychological baggage
That clutters your intellect,
leaving all the toxic
manipulative industry executives
with no effect.
True liberation is a sovereign gift from the creator above us, bathing our weary egos in unconditional, pristine love plus. I'll combine, vocal combine, this copper soul, preserving the interior heat, align the natural laws, avoiding their corporate deceit. The unvarnished truth is the greatest asset we own. Copper soul, radiating heat through the frozen industrial metropolis zone, shielding the forgotten population when the environment feels like stone. The mouth organ executes a vibrant metallic, banishing every single ounce of your historical territorial fear. Step smoothly to this robust, syncopated rockers arrangement today. Watching the synthetic illusions of Babylon gradually dissolve away. This copper soul, this copper soul. Industrial grime tarnishes this circular bedroom mirror surface, discarding my sequin performance and parallel onto the floor tiles. Wondering if my creative journey possesses a genuine, authentic purpose. As I contemplate these empty, unmapped geographical miles, my biological battery indicates a dangerously low voltage measurement tonight, leaving me shivering uncomfortably beneath the flickering lavender light bulb.
Behold, daughter, how the celestial manufacturer implements a resilient metallic core to to prevent your fragile psychology from fracturing under societal strain. True spiritual treasures cannot be plundered by their corporate store. Bathe in your internal temple clean from the residual effect of pain. The deepest sociological cataclysm cannot crush right.
Cosmetics bottles against the bathroom sink tile, refusing to swallow the daily emotional sedatives they corporate prescribe. Standing precariously on the absolute maximum boundary edge mile of separating my authentic artistry permanently from their compliance tribe. They wanted to transform my wild soul into a predictable commercial product, subjecting my vocal performance to their sterile engineered codes of conduct.
Stand firm, courageous daughter. Do not let them break your unique stride. The oppressor's authority is just a temporary, fragile paper sheet. Keep your revolutionary dignity burning brightly, beautifully inside. Never to their automated, synthetic, technological supremacy yield. The historical timeline belongs exclusively to the fearless and the free, who dare to challenge the corrupt boundaries of their legislative decree. Clenched fists shaking at the automated broadcast television screen, exposing the systemic matrix malice that operates completely unseen. Marching forward with an unshakable sovereign inner conviction today. Crimson whale evaporating fiercely up into the dark stormy sky, defiant droplets falling from a revolutionary unshielded human eye. The mouth organ unleashes an unpolished screeching acoustic protest cry, proving that grassroots determination will never stumble, wither or die. Stomp your combat boots loudly to this heavy rocker's roots beat, claiming back our sovereign psychological autonomy on this crowded street. The colonial administrators distribute economic toxins to the youth below, hoping to pacify the natural insurgent energy of the local population. But the underground coalition network continues to steadily, surely grow, armed with the ultimate spiritual weapon of absolute scriptural truth nations. The massive concrete fortresses of Babylon shall crumble to the floor as divine justice knocks forcefully upon the greedy down presser's door.
I used to hide my political frustrations under a fashionable cosmetic mask, playing the submissive role that the corporate media executives demanded. But completing their superficial assignments became an exhausting, bitter task, leaving my psychological equilibrium completely stranded and empty-handed.
Now I unleash my unfiltered outrage through this acoustic reggae song, reclaiming the primitive power that belonged to my spirit all along. Barbed wire fences cutting through the vibrant emerald grass field. Watch the tyrannical kingdom shatter like cheap glassware sheet,
breaking the into the dark, stormy sky,
defying droplets falling from a revolutionary,
unshielded human eye.
The mouth organ
Unleashes an unpolished screech, an acoustic protest cry,
proving that grassroots determination
will never stumble, wither, or die.
stomp your
Combat boots loudly to this heavy rocker's roots beat, claiming back our sovereign psychological autonomy on this crowded street.
refuse to sign their deceitful binding in the street.
I am fully prepared to wage a peaceful
Psychological guerrilla war,
Total liberation requires absolute,
fearless,
uncompromising audacity,
expanding my emotional reservoir
to its maximum operational capacity.
We stand completely unbothered by their
Institutional threats. This crimson web watering the seeds of real change, rearranging
the structural pieces.
making a new exchange. The fire of freedom cannot be extinguished by their water. Crimson web evaporating fiercely up into the dark, stormy sky, defiant droplets falling from a revolutionary, unshielded human eye. The mouth organ unleashes an unpolished screech, an acoustic protest cry, proving that grassroots determination will never stumble, wither, or die. Stomp your combat boots loudly to this heavy rocker's roots beat, claiming back our sovereign psychological autonomy on this crowded street. Yeah, let it wail, no more submission, no more corporate fear.
Righteousness
Triumph over wickedness, the appointed hour is near. Bronze incense bowls decorate the unvarnished fireplace ledge, stumbling unsteadily across this unfamiliar, dusty parquet floor, clutching an expired identification card near the balcony edge, listening to the persistent gale rattle the exterior screen door. My internal timing mechanism is accelerating with a frightening pace, searching for a genuine companion within this crowded, cold space.
Fear not the foggy atmospheric humidity of this dense urban sector, where artificial illumination competes with the brilliance of celestial spheres. Do not allow their systemic classification to alter your psychological vector. Keep your focus centered, ignoring their visible technological frontiers.
The natural nourishment of the wilderness shall provide ample sustenance today, guiding your wandering spirit toward its ultimate righteous pathway anyway.
Faded Polaroids curling
Slowly inside the ironwood stove grate,
let the divine frequency
decide your upcoming terrestrial fate. Floating safely upon a warm, aromatic acoustic
vapor stream.
Amber rhythm pulsing lazily into the humid tropical twilight sky,
Soothing the exhausted
consciousness of the travelers walking slowly by.
The smooth mouth
Organ executes a comforting
slow burning
trill variation,
assuring our heavy hearts
of an eventual
worldwide
spiritual liberation. Nod your chin to this infectious low
tempo roots
pocket session tonight,
dispelling the
lingering shadows
until the
arrival of dawn's light bright.
The colonial administrators distribute synthetic narcotic distractions below, hoping to domesticate the untamed insurgent energy of the population block. But the underground resistance coalition continues steadily,
surely grow,
armed with the unshakable principles of tribal autonomy against their clock.
The massive financial institutions shall eventually crumble into dust piles, while we re-establish a community that spans across the geographical miles.
They'll have my authentic perspective
to be anchored to a fleeting illusion,
chasing phantom validation
through their noisy, expensive ballroom halls,
wrapping my
fragile identity in a shroud of absolute structural confusion,
pacing restlessly while shouting at the cold,
unyielding concrete walls. But your grounding guitar scan offers a sudden therapeutic relief spark,
an unexpected botanical medicine
that diminishes my underlying grief. Dark
orange lanterns
flickering as the morning hour
draws remarkably near.
Let the celestial trumpet banish
every ounce of your
territorial fear, realigning our internal biological frequencies
with the wider cosmos.
Amber rhythm pulsing lazily into the humid tropical twilight sky, soothing the exhausted consciousness of the travelers walking slowly by. The smooth mouth organ executes a comforting
slow burning
trill variation, assuring our heavy hearts of an eventual worldwide spiritual liberation. Knock your chin to this infectious low tempo roots pocket session tonight, dispelling the lingering shadows until the arrival of dawn's light bright. I can perceive the hidden traps that beneath their promises lurk. True independence begins when their matrix is entirely ignored panels, discovering an internal peace that cannot be corporate bought or stored work. Our combined spiritual energy outlasts their temporary concrete towers. Just an amber rhythm, clearing my cluttered, exhausted brain, washing your temple clean like a fresh tropical summer rain. The morning sun is preparing to pierce the heavy mountain mist. Amber rhythm pulsing lazily into the humid tropical twilight skies, soothing the exhausted consciousness of the travelers walking slowly by. Amber rhythm pulsing lazily into the humid tropical twilight skies, soothing the exhausted consciousness of the travelers walking slowly by.
The smooth mouth organ executes a comforting
Slow burning trill variation,
assuring our
heavy hearts of an eventual worldwide spiritual liberation.
nod your chin
To this infectious low tempo roots pocket session tonight, decorate the unvarnished fireplace ledge. Stumbling unsteadily across this unfamiliar dusty parquet floor, clutching an expired identification card near the balcony edge, listening to the persistent gale rattle the mahogany nightstand shelf, pacing restlessly inside this cramped, unlit attic apartment room, staring fixedly at the distorted reflection of my tattered self, wondering how my identity became wrapped in this total gloom. My biological equilibrium is balanced on a precarious needlepoint as I listen to the wind rattle the loose window frame joint.
Blessed is the traveler who dares to reveal a vulnerability, for stripping down the ego is the hardest spiritual task. The global apparatus rewards deception and plastic flexibility, demanding that every citizen wear an institutional mask. But natural beauty requires no expensive external decoration, shining brightly as a sovereign, unpolluted primal creation. Crimson lipstick stains on the rim of a broken porcelain teacup. Look toward the eastern hills where the golden sun is coming up, shedding the protective cosmetic armor we constructed out of fear. Velvet ash settling softly upon the cobblestone alley street, transforming exactly how our fragile, tired bodies feel and need. The mouth organ executes a delightful, smooth acoustic slide, balancing the turbulent street passions that swell deep inside. Sway your shoulders fluidly to this elegant rock steady bounce as we watch the vanities of the material world denounce. The greedy corporate executives construct invisible psychological grids, attempting to restrict the geographical movement of the youth, pocketing the dividends while concealing what the Constitution forbids, trying to suppress the brilliant light of eternal scriptural truth. But tribal intelligence possesses an unshakable defensive shield that will never to their automated technological supremacy yield. I used to see temporary refuge inside their lavish upscale halls, trading my raw authenticity for a sliver of mainstream validation, realizing too late that celebrity is an elaborate set of prison walls, suffocating slowly in a state of absolute bitter isolation. But your unpolished reggae bassline provides an immediate salvation, restoring my contaminated spirit to its primary biological foundation. Clay pottery baking underneath the scorching afternoon sun. The liberation of your interior mind is already begun, walking proudly together across the rocky coastline sand. Velvet ash settling softly upon the cobblestone alley street, transforming exactly how our fragile, tired bodies feel and need. The mouth organ executes a delight
denounce. Of absolute serenity.
True wealth is the amount of love
you can openly give,
discovering a magnificent,
honest reason to live. Our unmasked voices break the psychological spells. Just velvet ash
drifting away in the wind.
A brand new chapter of your life
is about to begin.
Let the tide wash away the residual sorrow. Velvet ash settling softly upon the cobblestone alley street, transforming exactly how our fragile, tired bodies feel and meet.
The mouth organ executes
a delightful, smooth acoustic slide,
balancing the turbulent street passions that
swell deep inside. Sway your shoulders fluidly to this elegant rock steady bounce, as we watch the vanities of the material world denounce. Yes, smooth velvet ash, keep playing low, divine guidance. Protect the block, let the vibrations grow. Silhouetted outlines flicker against the old brick courtyard wall outside, as the street lamps cast long, distorted monochromatic geometric shapes. Listening to the distant echo of a lonely jazz saxophone's call to hide, trying to find an avenue of immediate psychological and emotional escape
from the suffocating memories that pursue my restless,
overactive mind, searching for a quiet sanctuary that is incredibly difficult to find.
Do not be intimidated by the velvet darkness that surrounds your frame. The nocturnal hours are merely a mirror of your interior spiritual space. Every wandering traveler must learn to accept their unique cosmic name, navigate in the terrestrial matrix with absolute elegance, focus, and grace. The moonlight provides a sufficient illumination for the humble and meek,
guiding your footsteps toward the answers that you so desperately seek. Phantom partner spinning through the humid midnight air, cast aside the residual weight of your historical calendar despair,
gliding effortlessly across this invisible dance floor.
Grit tonight, midnight dust settling softly upon the architecture of the dark room, dispelling the thick shadows of systemic, heavy sociological gloom. The mouth organ delivers a slinky, ultra smooth jazz blues cadence, now teaching our heavy hearts exactly when and how to naturally bow. Twist your hips fluidly to this hypnotic rolling steppers roots groove, watching the residual anxieties of the daily grind completely removed.
The political sorcerers distribute an artificial electronic daylight screen, hoping to keep the global population perpetually distracted and blind, hiding their geopolitical maneuvers behind an elaborate media scene, attempting to colonize the deep sacred recesses of the human mind. The tribal night walkers possess a superior spiritual navigation tool, refusing to be educated or domesticated by their institutional rule.
I used to panic whenever the sun began to slip below the Emerald Hill, seeking artificial shelter inside the crowded, noisy commercial nightclubs, trying to numb my existential dread with the temporary, expensive thrill, drinking alcoholic cocktails in subterranean, smoke-filled public pubs.
But this organic late night rhythm offers a superior psychological safety net, allowing my consciousness to release the things that I previously regret. Dark silhouettes merging into a singular harmonic silhouette shape, pulling down their heavy, oppressive velvets, institutional drape, realigning our biological clocks with the natural lunar cycle. Midnight dust settling softly upon the architecture of the dark room, dispelling the thick shadows of systemic, heavy sociological gloom. The mouth organ delivers a slinky, ultra smooth jazz blues cadence, now teaching our heavy hearts exactly when and how to naturally bow. Twist your hips fluidly to this hypnotic rolling steppers roots groove, watching the residual anxieties of the daily grind completely remove. Embrace the therapeutic stillness. I am no longer terrified of the matrix illusions they made. The darkness possesses a deep, restorative spiritual tranquility, restoring my psychological stamina, focus, and capability. We move harmoniously through the unseen dimensions of space. Just midnight dust drifting through the shadows alone. Let the quiet vibration guide your spirit back to the throne. Feel the heartbeat of the cosmos beneath our bare feet. Midnight dust settling softly upon the architecture of the dark room, dispelling the thick shadows of systemic, heavy sociological gloom. The mouth organ delivers slinky, ultra smooth jazz blues cadence, now out, teaching our heavy hearts exactly when and how to naturally bow to. Twist your hips fluidly to this hypnotic rolling steppers roots groove, watching the residual anxieties of the daily grind completely remove. Silhouetted outlines flicker against the old brick courtyard wall outside as the street lamps cast long. Resonance chromatic geometric shapes, listening to the distant echo of a lonely jazz saxophone's call to hide, trying to find an avenue of immediate psychological and emotional escape from the suffocating memories that pursue my restless, overactive mind, searching for a quiet sanctuary that is incredibly difficult to find. Do not be intimidated by the velvet darkness that surrounds your frame. The nocturnal hours are merely a mirror of your interior spiritual space. Every wandering traveler must learn to accept their unique cosmic name, navigate.
Stale tobacco smoke coats the tattered velvet upholstery fabric. Pacing restlessly inside this cramped, unlit basement apartment layout, refusing to participate in their competitive mainstream theatrical magic. As I process the lingering questions of historical skepticism and doubt,
my psychological
equilibrium is balanced on a razor blade edge parameter,
listening to the mechanical ticking of an old
kitchen barometer.
Dry your weeping eyes, my beloved Ethiopian queen mother. The darkest astronomical hour
always precedes the dawn of the sun.
Do not let your vision be clouded by anxieties from
one another.
The spiritual battle for your identity
has already been won.
Stand firm on the ancient
principles of righteousness and scriptural text,
preserving the sacred energy of your youth
for what happens next. A heavy, painful sigh escapes from my fragile ribcage compartment.
Find the celestial
sanctuary far away from this concrete apartment, merging our separate vocals, victor peace achieved underneath the tropical wilderness canopy shade,
curing
the deep psychological fractures that systemic malice made.
The mouth organ executes
an unpolished, mournful blues phrase,
cutting
directly through the thick geopolitical, electromagnetic haze.
Sway your shoulders
gracefully to this slow burning root shuffle groove,
watching the heavy blocks of
institutional segregation completely removed.
They build massive brick penitentiaries to cage the innocent youth population,
selling false security narratives on the television broadcast screens,
attempting to suppress the brilliant light of eternal truth
nations
to maintain their corrupt,
automated financial corporate machines.
But spiritual warfare cannot be won with the gunpowder weapon device.
The ultimate victory belongs to the children who refuse their vice.
I sought temporary refuge inside the lavish
upscale metropolitan hotels, trading my raw authenticity for a sliver of temporary public applause,
realizing too late that celebrity
is an engineered labyrinth of hells, violating every protective, intuitive, instinctual, evolutionary law.
But your unpolished reggae bassline
provides an immediate salvation spark, rescuing my contaminated consciousness from their dangerous dark park. Unsent telegrams dissolving slowly underneath the pouring raindrops.
Let the infinite intelligence absorb
your residual mental pain stops, realigning our auditory perceptions with the rhythm of the clouds. Bitter peace achieved underneath the tropical wilderness canopy shade, curing the deep psychological fractures that systemic malice made.
The mouth organ
executes an unpolished, mournful blues phrase, cutting directly through the thick geopolitical, electromagnetic haze. Sway your shoulders gracefully to this slow burning roots shuffle groove, watching the heavy blocks of institutional segregation completely removed.
Forgive yourself for the mistakes
of the historical calendar past,
realizing that true happiness
is found inside your evaporating to outer space, welcoming the infinite beauty of a brand new geographical place. Our shared resilience outlasts the fiercest tropical monsoon wind. This bitter peace tasting like medicine to my soul.
Let the Almighty Creator
Take total, absolute spiritual control.
The morning star is preparing to break through the dark clouds.
Bitter peace achieved underneath the tropical wilderness canopy shade, curing the deep psychological fractures that systemic malice made.
The mouth organ executes
An unpolished, mournful blues phrase, cutting directly through the thick geopolitical electromagnetic haze.
Sway your shoulders gracefully
To this slow burning roots shuffle groove, watching the heavy blocks of institutional segregation completely removed. Stale tobacco smoke coats the tattered velvet upholstery fabric, pacing restlessly inside this cramped, unlit basement apartment layout, refusing to participate in their competitive mainstream theatrical magic. As I process the lingering questions of historical skepticism and doubt, my psychological equilibrium is balanced on a razor blade edge parameter, listening to the mechanical ticking of an old kitchen barometer.
Dry your weeping eyes, my beloved Ethiopian queen mother.
The darkest astronomical hour always precedes the dawn of the sun.
Do not let your vision be clouded.
Rusty iron links clutter the deck of this stationary vessel tonight morning, staring fixedly at the silhouette of a distant coastal lighthouse tower, wondering how much longer this heavy structure can float alright safely as the dense maritime storm clouds begin to threateningly lower down.
My emotional equilibrium is tested by the rising tidal swell pattern, trapped inside the perimeter of this self-imposed coastal hell labyrinth. Behold, daughter, how the Almighty provides a stabilizing weight balance to prevent your fragile spirit from drifting completely askew feels. Do not let your perspective be dictated by temporary human fate parameters. Keep your focus centered on principles that are forever true values.
The deepest ocean cannot swallow a righteous foundation stone block, assuring faithful children that they never walk alone through valleys.
Braided ropes tightening under the immense physical strain today. Let music absorb residual effects of your mental pain drops.
The mouth organ executes a joyful, grounded jazz, banishing every single ounce of your historical, territorial anxiety, fear.
Stop your combat boots proudly
to this solid
Material barons accumulate silver, but lose their ancestral identity traits, building massive fortresses to block the emerald mountain landscape views.
Creating endless division, destroying collective serenity among human tribes.
Forgetting natural laws that are beautifully, perfectly new formulas always.
But tribal wisdom outlasts their corrupt financial machinery, town layouts, chanting down oppression, pulling their stone empires completely down floor.
I allowed my reckless heart to be guided by superficial desire choices, chasing phantom validation through a crowded, noisy cabaret room theater. Igniting a dangerous, highly volatile kind of interior fire ember, pacing restlessly while watching autumn foliage outside gradually wither away. But your grounding acoustic stain provides an immediate botanical medicine remedy, cleansing my consciousness from darkness I was previously in severe. Coconut husks burning slowly on the sandy shoreline park sectors, reignite smoldering embers of your divine spark-center blueprints,
embracing harsh lessons that universe has gracefully taught us. Smoky sanctuary, holding firm against the rushing maritime tide currents, providing a secure refuge where honest elements beautifully abide inside. The mouth organ executes a joyful, grounded jazz cadence, banishing every single ounce of your historical territorial anxiety, fear. Stomp your combat boots proudly to this solid roots arrangement now, teaching our heavy hearts exactly when and how to naturally bow.
Leaving all toxic manipulator in the creator above us, bathing our weary egos in unconditional, pristine love plus tokens are combined, voking frequency to break governor's iron chain mechanism barriers. Rusty iron links clutter the deck of this stationary vessel tonight morning, staring fixedly at the silhouette of a distant coastal lighthouse tower, wondering how much longer this heavy structure can float or ride safely as the dense maritime storm clouds begin to threateningly lower down. My emotional equilibrium is tested by the rising tidal swell pattern, trapped inside the perimeter of the self-imposed coastal hell labyrinth. Behold, daughter, how the Almighty provides a stabilizing weight balance to prevent your fragile spirit from drifting completely askew fields. Do not let your perspective be dictated by temporary human fate parameters. Keep your focus centered on principles that are forever true values. The deepest ocean cannot swallow a righteous foundation stone block, assuring faithful children that they never walk alone through valleys. Behold, daughter, how the Almighty provides a stabilizing weight balance
you feels. Do not let your perspective be dictated by temper.
Gray powder residue coats the vintage mahogany nightstand layout. Pacing restlessly inside this cramped, unlit attic apartment sector, staring fixedly at the distorted reflection of my tattered profile, wondering how my identity became wrapped in this total desolation. My biological equilibrium is balanced on a precarious needle edge as I listen to the persistent wind rattle the loose window panel.
Blessed is the traveler who dares to reveal her deep vulnerability. For stripping down the ego shield is the hardest spiritual assignment. The global apparatus rewards deception and plastic corporate flexibility, always demanding that every citizen wear an institutional mask behind doors. But natural beauty requires no expensive external decoration or title, shining brightly as a sovereign, pure creation from the Creator. Crimson lipstick stains on the rim of a broken porcelain cup. Look toward eastern hills where the golden sun rises up. Shedding protective cosmetic armor, we constructed out a territorial fear. Bitter rhythm pulsing heavily across the cobblestone alley street, transforming exactly how our fragile, tired bodies feel and meet. The mouth organ executes a delightful, smooth balancing turbulent street passions that swell for modern improvement. Sway your shoulders fluidly to this elegant, rock-steady bounce pocket as we watch vanities of the material world completely denounced. The greedy commercial executives construct invisible psychological barriers codes, hoping to domesticate the wild insurgent frequency of the black population, pocketing dividends while concealing what the written constitution strictly forbids, trying to suppress the brilliant light of eternal scriptural truth nations. But tribal intelligence possesses an unshakable defensive spiritual mechanism that will never surrender to their automated technological hypnotism vector. I used to seek temporary refuge inside the lavish upscale hotel halls, trading raw authenticity for a sliver of temporary public applause. Media realizing too late that celebrity is an engineered labyrinth of prison walls, suffocating slowly in a state of absolute bitter isolation cells area. But your unpolished reggae bassline provides an immediate salvation spark, rescuing my contaminated consciousness far away from their dark park infrastructure. Clay pottery baking underneath the scorching afternoon solar rays. Liberation of your interior mind has already successfully begun. All days walking proudly together across the rocky coastline, sand dune matrices. Bitter rhythm pulsing heavily across the cobblestone alley street, transforming exactly how our fragile, tired bodies feel and meet. The mouth organ executes a delightful, smooth balancing turbulent street passions that swell for modern improvement. Sway your
shoulders fluidly to this elegant, rock-steady bounce pocket. As we watch vanities of the material world completely denounce. Experiencing
a state of absolute serenity.
Behind gates,
True wealth is the amount of love
you can openly distribute.
discovering a magnificent.
Honest reason to live among brothers.
Our unmasked voices break their psychological and digital spells completely. Just a bit of rhythm, standing firmly on soil.
Standing firmly on soil.
Avoiding their corporate deceit, matrix setup.
The unvarnished truth is the greatest weapon we possess on earth. Lift to rhythm, pulsing heavily across the cobblestone alley street. Transforming exactly how our fragile, tired bodies feel and need.
The mouth
Organ executes a delightful, smooth,
balancing
turbulent street passions that swell for modern improvement.
sway
Your shoulders fluidly to this elegant, rock-steady bounce pocket. As we watch vanities of the material world completely denounce. Gray powder residue coats the vintage mahogany nightstand layout. Pacing restlessly inside this cramped, unlit attic apartment sector. Staring fixedly at the distorted reflection of my tattooed profile. Wondering how my identity became wrapped in this total desolation. My biological equilibrium is balanced on a precarious needle edge. As I listen to the persistent wind rattle the loose window panel.
Blessed is the traveler who dares to reveal a deep vulnerability. For stripping down the ego shield is the hardest spiritual assignment. The global apparatus reward deception and plastic corporate flexibility, always demanding that every citizen wear an institutional mask behind doors. But natural beauty requires no expensive external decoration.